everybody, Steve Taylor here with Steve Taylor's Community Connection. I'm here with Tom McCall and our guest today, Brad Fields. Brad is no stranger to the show and no stranger to Northwest Ohio. He's done such a great job in our community, giving back, getting involved wherever you can. I know everybody knows about Netty's and the awesome job you do there. The Toledo Thunder Football Team, that's awesome. Like, everybody knows about them now in the world, right? I mean, it's a big thing.
We're getting there.
You're getting there. But you and Tom go way back too, so it's been a great introduction. We're glad to have you in studio today, and we're going to talk about a couple more exciting things. You also got a new restaurant, Coops.
Yep, opened up in March.
We want to talk about all sorts of things. Tom, take it away. I know you got some questions to start off the show.
For the folks, thanks, boss. The people that don't know, of course, Coops is named after your wonderful son, Cooper.
Correct, yeah.
How old's Cooper?
It'll be forward December 30th.
Okay, so he's either going to be a quarterback or a linebacker. Is that what we're kind of looking at? Or maybe both? Maybe
Yeah,
both.
there you go.
Okay,
Both, yeah.
all right. But he named the restaurant Coops after his son, Cooper. And where's it going to be, Brad? What's the board of fare? What are you going to offer there?
Well, it's going to be downtown at 30 South St. Clair next to Home Slice Pizza.
Okay,
across from Ernest Brews.
No, right where it is.
Myself, I have a partner, Ed Bazinski, owns the Blarney. He's
Yeah.
a partner in it. And we're going to have Netty's chili dogs there, French fries. But one thing we're doing different is we're doing bougie drinks. We have a full liquor license. We're going to make kind of crazy shakes and stuff with, a little bit of alcohol in it and have a little fun.
You may have to lock Crosby out. I don't know. You have cameras mounted that you can keep Crosby out?
Definitely will.
Will you have cold Bud Light?
Of course.
All right, well then you might have to lock me out of that too. Chili dogs, Bud Light, I don't know.
Well, that's another 20 pounds for me. I got to buy new sport coats again because of Coop's opening up. But I'll turn it over to Boss. But one thing I wanted to mention, your ability to want to give back to this community, to me, because you're just like Steve. That's what Steve does. I mean, there isn't anything we bring to him if it's a good thing, and Steve says yes. I mean, he didn't even, yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, I get it about halfway through it, and he was, yeah, we'll do it, You're the same way. We've come to you for help for things that we've done in the community, and you just say yes, and it's so similar to what Steve does. Where did you get that community buy-in?
I think it's just watching people like him and yourself and other people in the community that's watching them and learning. Because I'm fairly new to being a business owner. I mean, since 2015, but watching successful people do it and how they do it, and that's why I try to mock and do it that way.
That's awesome. Toledo is known for that. Our community and our business leaders giving back. And I remember years ago, my dad was fortunate enough to meet with men like John Savage, Dick Ransom, Dick Anderson, pillars of the community from years ago. And when he was young and growing up, and he learned from them too, those gentlemen in the community that did so well, giving back and getting involved in our community. And that's what makes Toledo, I think, a special place too.
Definitely.
A lot of people maybe that aren't from Toledo, they don't realize, but they've got so many good people in Toledo that want to help and want to give back. And we were talking earlier about what selling cars have to do with high school sports, and somebody might say the same, but what do chili dogs have to do with giving back to the community?
Yeah.
But that's not what it is. It's just about wanting to make it a better place, and I think really supporting the community that's supported our businesses too.
Correct.
You've done a great job with that.
Well, thank you.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the football team.
Okay.
Because I know it's a fun thing. I think I saw you might have made a little leg whip tackle there on the sidelines.
Well, tell the folks about that. That's a great story.
Yeah, so I was on the sideline for a football game and streaker on the field, semi-streaker, not all the way.
Yeah.
And come by me and I had my hands in my pocket, like, what do I do? And just whipped my leg out and I got hurt pretty bad.
Uh-oh. But you took him down.
I took him down, yeah.
That's
it
good.
was something I wouldn't do again.
If the hands weren't in the pockets, I think you probably would have gotten down and squared up and just laid them out.
I probably should have.
That's probably it would be more fun, right?
Steve, it was so casual what Brad did though. I played it back a number of times, and he's just standing there, and the guy's going by, and he just kind of. Boom! The guy went down. It was classic.
Talk a little bit about you coaching on the sidelines and what that was like this year, and talk a little bit about the team.
Okay, well, I did coach UT Club Football first year ever. Amazing.
Tell the folks what that is, Brad. They might
not
know.
UT Club Football it's enrolled students at University of Toledo. We play against other universities, Michigan State, Ohio State, Pitt, all these great schools. And this is the first year ever UT had it. And Dylan, he is a student at UT. He's the one who started it. Okay. Amazing kid. Players, you have to be enrolled 6 credit hours to be able to play. We got some amazing athletes out there. And a couple kids, got a couple looks this year from UT, which is great. Yeah,
that's great.
So hopefully they'll be able to play. Some kids, we had some kids that walked on at UT, didn't make it. We have a kicker that was there at UT played. And kids are great. They're coachable kids. That's the most important. They're coachable, want to listen. And that's what I love about football.
Yeah, so that's great. There's some high talent out out there.
Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna, I guess, hand out 2 awards and when you have your banquet. And,
Oh, yeah, yep.
And Steve's sponsoring them. So they'll get a football lettered with their name on it and $100 visa from Steve and just for, basic miscellaneous things at school.
And those kids deserve it. That's awesome you guys are doing that.
A lot of fun. It's great for them to continue, even though if they're not playing, maybe on the varsity team out there under the lights, but they're still got the chance to showcase their talents and have some fun. So I remember when I went down to Wittenberg University, I played a little flag football, and we got to play under the lights, and it was a lot of fun down there. We didn't have the talent that I think your team had. We were a bunch of, I don't know, bad news bears, I think.
Definitely a different atmosphere playing under the lights at your university or whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. Talk a little bit about what you've got going on in the community. You're always doing something. You're always finding a way to get involved. I'm sure this holiday season you're doing something. You've teamed up with a couple organizations. Talk about something in particular.
I'm trying to get involved more with the NAACP with Terry there, and some other little community stuff. Right now, I'm really soaked into Coops right now. I'm doing a lot of work myself down there, so it's just sweating hours away and.
For sure.
Looking to, some things next year to do on help the community out. So.
Is the motif at Coops the inside when people come in? Are you doing it a little different than Netty's? What's the motif?
Well, we will have a bar there. Got an 18-foot bar we're building right now. So there'll be some seating there. Not much seating. We'll have a TV there to watch some games. People want to hang out, but we don't expect it to be a hangout place. Pretty much grab and go. We'll have a door window, which is nice. Colors are very similar, black, orange, and so we'll keep a little Netty's feel there. And we are serving the chili dog sauce. So
I heard a rumor, Brad, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. I mean, who's gonna know, right? I mean, it's not okay. But maybe there's a possibility of a Steve Taylor shake, quite possibly.
In fact, I was gonna bring it up. I'm glad you did that. So we are doing shakes there, and Steve's one guy I want to talk to, and I didn't talk to him yet. Is we're gonna do themes of shakes. One's, I got Crosby's gonna do one. We're calling it the overrated.
I'm gonna be the first one in ordering that shake. Give me the Crosby overrated. Okay, that's what I want.
So we're gonna do that. We got, I like to have one after Steve is what he does in community and stuff like
that's
that.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Be there people like Coach Call Up, the women's basketball coach. He's gonna have one, and Coach Candle, guys, people like that who are involved in the community have done things here in Toledo and make a difference. So.
Well, you always make a difference, just like Steve. You always make a difference. People don't understand when guys like you two give back the way that you do. Sometimes people say, "Why do you do that? What's the point?" And I think that, I can't speak for you guys, but I think that you get back much more than you ever put out. It's such a good vibe that you guys get from other folks. Is that true?
It's true, and I get that from other business owners. Why you waste your money?
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my money. And one, even if I didn't see financially back what I do,
Right.
what I do in the community, it's just it warms my heart. I love doing it. So
Got it.
That's the key. There's no better feeling. I used to say when we had the Driven to Succeed program at Perrysburg High School, it was my favorite day of the year. Getting up on stage with those 10 finalists, and somebody was going to be winning a new car that day.
Very cool.
I said, man, there's no better feeling than to see the excitement on that student's face when they know they just won a brand new car. So there's reasons like that you give back. Sometimes somebody might say it's a little selfish, but feel that warm heart that you get. There's nothing better. So.
Well, I'll give you a warm heart when you give me that Yukon.
Oh man, well thanks for coming in today. It's always a pleasure to have you in the dealership and have you on the show in the studio. So obviously a Steve Taylor community connection, a Steve Taylor community star. We appreciate everything you do, Brad. And you got to go check out Coops, have some chili dogs and maybe a couple cold Bud Lights.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Take care.